Hello, welcome back. And as you join me today, we are going to play the third, so the rating 9 special mission for Majestic13. We had a really quick mission last game where we wiped the floor with the I-Core spitter. It felt almost cruel. And in between, so we had no casualties at all. In fact, I don't think anyone took any damage. I'm sure I did that wrong. But anyway, so during the between time, we had some research and we researched our retect weaponry. Sorry to disable. And we researched retect weaponry. So retect weaponry gives us additional damage when we critical. I think it's 2d6 before doubling when you're critical. Beyond that, everything else was the same. This being a special mission, it is neither a wilderness or a urban mission. And there's a little bit to read just before we switch to the table and I show you everything on the table. Your team is debriefing after the last mission when your secret base comes under attack. It seems your recent successes have drawn the attention of Force. They now feel you are a real threat and have decided to assault you in your base when you least expect it. Let's have a look at the table. So, the table. I've set it out as the book has kind of outlined, where we have a large piece of terrain here. And then we've got some scattered terrain. Let's have some vehicles, which are obviously, because this is our base, are here waiting. So our medical vehicle, our clones, our team is coming in via this point here with some other stuff. And here we have our giant shock drone and our shock troopers, is that right? Yep, shock troopers and destroyer drone. I forgot to mention the initiatives. Our normal initiative round will go cap on 22 because they still get their +5 for being section 6 but not the +5 for the urban environment. Speedy on 21, then the shock troops will go on 21, then the drone will go on 19, then we have tank on 15, tank on 18 rather, dock on 15, snipes on 13, and then the shock troop and the drone. I think everyone goes twice. The destroyer drone has a part which is an auto response system, which is after it's activated for the first time, whenever an enemy completes an activation within 18 inches of the drone will immediately activate for a second time. So I guess if that doesn't happen, it will activate on 9. But for the first round, because I think it's because of it's either section 6 or the fast response, they receive -5 initiative for their first turn, which means they will go on 16 for the shock troop, 14 for the drone, and then 6 and 4. But anyway, we'll start on round 1. So for round 1, we have cap, and I will attempt this time to try and make sure that I'm always pointing where the actual action is, because that was atrocious. I had to make an awful sports cameraman. So Cap is going to, not that I've prior thought this out, he's going to climb up here. He's got a dex of 11, so that should be easy enough to do, and then attempt to do a shot over, probably onto the big one at the back. Its defense is, I'll let you have a look at it. They are of course Necrons. 26, so it has a defense of 26, and Cap has a sighting HUD and a targeting assist, having a 20, -4 because it's the grenade launcher being 16, so he needs to roll 10s. And he got a 7, so that's a miss. Next we have Speedy. Speedy's down the bottom. Speedy's dexterity is 11. So we might have Speedy, which is 1, that's 8, so that's 9. So Speedy can get behind that tank. And Speedy is going to call in the drone strike, which would be a, if I remember rightly, it's a plus 19 strike against each enemy. So again, with the, so first against the drone, so with a 26 defense, 7 exactly on 26, taking, let me double check, I think it's 5d6, yes, 5d6. So it will take, what's that? So that's 10, 12 points of damage, and it has a 20. He has 60, so that will put it on 48. 48. Okay, so that drone has come in. Next would be the shock troops, then drones, but they're not working. So then we have tank. Let's see, tank is over here. So we have, what's that, 8. So tank has a 13 dexterity, so tank would get to there. Tank would have a view on this chap here. Not, well, probably on this one. We can try and take that big drone out. So tank has a targeting assist and a sighting hard, has a 16 combat, -2 because he's using a heavy repeater. We give him a 14. So tank needs to roll 12s. I seem to be remembering. Nope, he missed. Oh dear. This isn't going to be one of the good ones. After tank, we have the shock troops. So the shock troops are monstrosities. They have, and they'll all have the same thing, start their activation and they are within movement distance of an enemy and there is no enemy with 1 inch. It will move to the enemy with the lowest hit points and attack. And they have energy claws, make 2 attacks with their energy claws. So with 18, this one is going to easily be able to get to tank, and then it will attempt to attack tank. So it has 2 attacks. So the first attack won't do any damage because of his armor. It has plus 25 attack, a 1, so only 1 hits. Whatever damage it does, it's going to be negated by tank's ablative armor. So I'm not going to bother rolling it. The other one, we've got an 18, so what's that? That's an 8. Yeah, easy 18. It is going to run around. Oh, actually, because we know it can get around that way, it will come more cinematically across, jumping up over the tank, jumping down, and then attempt to slicey dicey speedy. We have, so both will go to more than 30. So definitely with 25, that's both more than 30. So first attack would do no damage, so just the next attack. So they're doing, I did say 4, did I say 5? No, 2d6 plus 1, not 5d6. Doing 12 points on Speedy, leaving Speedy on 15 hit points. And then we have this one with a speed of 18. It might go for this one here, sorry. With a speed of 18, it might go for tank. 8. Yeah, so this one will have rolled around a bit, and this one is going to run around because tank is there and visible. So go for tank. Again, we have 2 hits. A 1 again. Tank's very lucky today. So the 17 is definitely going to hit. So what was that? That was 2d6 plus a number. So we have 9, 10, and then 10 points on tank, who has the most hit. Oh, not anymore because of a cloning incident. Leaving tank on 15 hit points. That's all of the shock troops. Now we have the drone. The drone is a Ravager. So we have stars, so it's not within 1 inch of anyone, outside of 1 inch, and it has an area attack option. It has its missile barrage. It will use this attack instead of attacking with its pulse cannon. All team members must succeed on a fortitude stat check of 18 or suffer 2d6 damage and be stunned. So it stays where it is and it just fires off a load of missiles up into the air, doing the classic. Look, you get sound effects and everything. So they need a fort save of 18. We'll start at the top. Cap has a 12. Cap saves. Then we have Speedy has a 12. Speedy fouls. So Speedy fouls and takes. I really should have a better memory for things like this. 2d6 damage. Takes 11 points damage, leaving Speedy on 4 hit points. Tank, so this definitely isn't going to go as well. Tank has a fort of 10. Passes. Doc, fort of 13. That's exactly 18. Passes. And Snipes a 10. Passes. So they all pass the drone's attack. Oh, that was... Oh, no, that was right. So that was a shock troop and then drone. And Doc should have gone in between, but I was looking at the wrong list. So Doc will go now. Yes. So Doc has the sniper rifle. Doc is here. Doc is going to move, climb up. Doc has a dex of 12, so we'll definitely be able to get up there. And then he's going to take a shot at the big drone, who might be the most dangerous one out of all. So Doc moved, so Doc doesn't get the cover bonus. I don't think an 8 will hit. He has 16, so that's a 24. And I believe its defense was 26. Yes, its defense is 26, so that does not hit. So after Doc, we have Snipes. Snipes is here. Snipes only has a 6 move. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so Snipes is going to get up to the top. Snipes has the grenade launcher and a sighting HUD and targeting assist. He also has body armor. So he will attempt to fire with a 20. It does, so -4, 16 means he needs to roll 10s to hit the drone. 13 hits, doing 3d6, 4d6 plus 2. 12, 14, 16 points, taking it to 32. It goes in to Extremis at 15. So that was Snipes. Now we have the shock troops again for their second activation. Alright, so we have the shock troops who are monstrosities. They are within 1 inch of an enemy, but they did attack that enemy. It will move up to its movement distance towards an enemy with the lowest hit points within its range. That is for them would be, so for this one would just switch target to Speedy, and then it would attempt to do 2 attacks on Speedy. It has plus 25, both hit. Oh, Speedy's gone down. So it's 2d6 twice. Yeah, he's only got, Speedy only had 4 hit points, or she only had 4 hit points. Speedy goes down. Now this one would likely run to here. Oh, if I stick him there, he can have. That's a bit tricky. Like, can he hit Cap? He can't get to the top and hit Cap. Yeah, also he can hit Cap. I'll give Cap cover. Let's give Cap cover because he's reaching up to hit Cap. So that's the first one. First hit hits. 9 plus 25. Yeah, second one would hit. So again, 4d6. Doing 12, 14 plus 4, 18. 18 points on putting Cap on 9. And then I guess we have this one, don't we? So this one is going to switch target to Tank, who has... Does Tank have the least height hit points now? Tank does not. Cap does. Okay. So it instead, because it has an 18, it's going to run to this side to attack Cap. So again, Cap has cover because he's standing up the top. 7 would still hit. Luckily it doesn't get 20. 13 hits. So 4d6 again, being 10, 14. Cap goes down. Toppling down as they all get knocked off. Then we have, finally, at the end, we have the drone, who is a Ravager. So we have its outside, and it does not have an air attack, and it did not move. So it will move up to its full movement if possible, into cover, and then it will attack with its line of sight. So it has a movement of 17. It can basically see Tank from where it is. So it will probably move to here to have some form of cover and then open fire on Tank. Its pulse cannon does a single attack with a plus 26 with 3d6 plus 3. Nat 20. If it criticals, it does an extra 3d6 damage after the doubling. So we have 3d6 plus 3. So we have 9, 12, doubled to 24, plus 5. So we've got 24. We have 28, we have 31, we have a splattered Tank goes down. And then we have the... Oh, I think I'm supposed to have done... We'll do Fubar now. 4 plus 5... No. So then we have round 2. Not a lot of them left. Start at the top. Cap is down, Speedy is down, so the shock troops. This shock troop will change target and run across to attack Doc. Doc will be at the top, thus taking cover. I think that's a hit. What is their attack? 25. Yep. So that's a 1 hit on Doc. 25 plus 2 is a miss, so just the 1 hit. 2d6, 8 plus, and then we need to see if he's restrained, but he's up there anyways. I don't think he's going anywhere. So 2d6 plus 1 gives us a 9 points, putting Doc on 19. That was just 1 hit, wasn't it? Now we will have a bit of a shuffle round, and this one will, maybe this one can actually get up there now. Ish. We'll allow it. So we'll have 2 attacks. That is a 29 missing, but that hits. Doing 12 points. He had 19 left, so that leaves 7 points for Doc. And this one here would more than likely also target Doc. We'll come around on this side. Up here? Nah, on this side. And he's going to target Doc, and we'll have the same, but Doc has cover. So that's a miss. And a hit. Doing 2d6. 6, 7. It's +2. If it's +2, no, it's +1. Leaving Doc on 1 hit point. Now we have the drone as a Ravager. Does not. Oh yeah, so he would now have his area attack is available to him again. So he would launch the area attack, and the area attack gives them fort checks of 18 or 2d6 damage. So we have reds is Doc, greens is Snipes. Both of them pass. And that is the drone. Tank is down. Now we have Doc. Doc has the sniper rifle. Though he's being attacked at the moment, he's on 1 hit point. So he may do his movement. No, if he moves, he's just going to take a shot because he's going down. So he'll take a shot and see if he can put more damage onto the drone. So doing a shot, ignoring cover, 15 would hit. Yes. Doing 2d6 plus 4, doing a massive 7 points, taking it to 15. And then we have Snipes with the grenade launcher. Snipes might just try and, I mean, this is if we call in the aid, then we can get out alive, and we get 1 rating. If we all go down, we don't get the +1 rating. By going up, then we would become ranked 10, and though we get access to better weapons, the aliens will be tougher. So it's a bit, is it in our interest to go up? I think, yeah, no, Snipes is going to do a grenade launch attack against the drone, because he may be able to kill it, and at least that will give us some sense of closure. An 18 hits. An 18 isn't. I don't think an 18 is. No, an 19 or 20 is a crit for Snipes. Doing 4d6 plus 2. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Leaving it on 3 hit points, sadly. Okay, that's Snipes. So now we have the shock troops again. All right, the one standing next to Doc is going to. Oh no, they're going to, because they all attack Doc, so that means they're all supposed to actually change and attack Snipes this turn. So we come over here. First attack. 7 plus 25 hits. Second attack. Hits. Sadly not. Sadly, well, not sadly, doesn't crit. So a sum total of 5, 10, 11, 13 hit points. 13, putting Snipes on 12. This one will come across and also attempt to attack. Let's say he's up there. Attempt to attack. So because he can sit up there, he does not get the minus. So just 2 attacks. Doing a miss and a hit. 2d6 plus 1. 5 points. Putting snipes on 7. Because snipes isn't down, this one will also run around to here, but this one does have to have the cover bit. So that's a hit with an 11 and a 10, which is a hit, doing 4d6 plus 2. 6, 7, yeah. So snipes, topples down. So that was the shock troops. So now we have the drone. The drone fired missiles. So instead it will come around and it will attempt to take a shot with its cannon at Doc, who's on 1 hit point. So if we roll to hit, then he hits. 17 hits. All right. Doc goes down. And this time all of the aliens shout, yay. That's it. Okay, hello. So the game has ended. Slightly different ending than normal because whilst editing this just now, I noticed I made loads of mistakes during this game. Now I think I know why I made the mistakes and I'll discuss those at the end of this, but so as not to take up too much of your time, quickly. So what did I miss? I missed the fact that they have reactive armor, the force members, and thus should take 4 points less in damage to a minimum of 0 every time they took damage. Not a big impact, but I missed it. I missed the fact that the destroyer drone should have gone into extremis at the end. May have made an impact and killed it, but also I think I got its hit points wrong and got the dice confused, and so I'm not too sure whether it would have gone into extremis or not or anything. But anyway, those were 2 mistakes. I missed that the drone attack that Speedy called in should have actually attacked all of the enemies, and I completely forgot to attack the shock troopers. Potentially, it could have almost killed some of them, but I completely missed that. The rules were a bit ambiguous over whether it attacks all enemies, because the rule actually states the drone strikes at the enemy, which could mean all or could just mean pick one. I also missed that the destroyer drone didn't activate. I mean, we're only 2 rounds, so it only got 2 opportunities to be missed, but it didn't activate when any of the other people within 18 inches of it activated. I missed that as well, and likely I would have missed my head if it wasn't screwed on. But I think the reason why I've been, like with the special missions, it's particularly difficult is there's lots of mechanics going on. I don't think it would have made a difference really for this mission. I think the outcome would have been the same. We would have been defeated. It would have been an overall, it would have been a TPK. And I think it would have been the same outcome. But I am probably going to have to start working through, or I would suggest if you are the same as I, and with all of these different conflicting rules and different things, we have the two separate AIs going on at the same time and various other things, you might want to think about ways of structuring it. For example, I have decided that if the foo bar of a second alien turns up, I'm ignoring it because I will not be able to deal with 2 of the complex alien rule sets running simultaneously. Clearly that's not going to happen. But anyway, I thought I'd discuss this with you and let you know that I did notice all of these things, though I'm happy for us to discuss it in the comments about different ways of being able to manage these rules. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching the end of this bit. If you'd like to subscribe, I would love you to. Give me that warm, fuzzy feeling. And thank you very much, and I will see you in the next game.